You're listening to the Sisterhood Podcast.
Hey, welcome back. You're here with your favourite sisters. And today we are going to be talking about how comparison is the thief of joy. So let's get into why we compare and let's learn how to appreciate what we have.
So, question, guys. Do you compare yourself to others in an unhealthy way?
No. Okay. Right. No. And do you know what? I used to when I was a lot younger, but no, I don't compare myself to others exactly for our title because it's the thief of others. We're all so beautiful and unique and different. And unless that person is someone who you know very thing, you shouldn't compare yourself, especially when you see people online and stuff like that. That's me, short and sweet. No, I do not compare myself to others. What about you girls?
Do you know what it is I feel like it's not that I compare, but there's certain things that you might see online. And I think that's what's impacted my relationship is where I might have seen so-and-so do something and I'm like, why don't you do it for me? Like, why are you not doing it?
Watching the highlight reels of other people's lives.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and you start saying like, oh, you didn't get me flowers. It's Valentine's Day. And I don't even care about Valentine's Day. I don't even care about flowers. But it's like, why don't you do it for me? So it's not
celebrating Islam.
exactly. And I don't even like the concept of getting flowers because they just die and I feel like it's a waste of money. But honestly, when I used to watch it, I used to be like, oh my God, like I want this and I want that. But no, I don't. There's even Kylie Jenner, I don't even want her life. Do you get what I mean? I'm happy being me. Yeah, so.
I would say when I was younger, I would compare myself horrendously, and I'm sure there's going to be some younger girls out there that can resonate with this. I would go onto social media or magazines or whatever and see people looking amazing, having these amazing lives, and I would really just sit there and be like, oh, my life's shit. Like, it used to make me feel really shit. I'll be honest. I would look at people online and think, my life is shit. And I got to a point in my life, I think it's something that maybe comes with age, I don't know, or maybe life experience. But as I got older, I just honestly started to think to myself, what am I comparing myself for? They don't actually have that life 24/7.
No, exactly.
You're just seeing a snapshot in time of a moment, and I probably have millions of snapshots too.
You know,
we all have them moments, but we don't show our well, we do on Sisterhood, but we don't show our worst moments. And it's something that, you know, you look around, you think, wow, like, I wish I had that car, that money, that body, that hair, that perfect relationship, the amazing children that behave, like, you know, like Mrs. Hinch, her house is spotless, and I'll just be like, oh my God, my house is a mess, everything's shit, and so I used to, but I try not to anymore.
On like a, do you know what's funny? On like a normal everyday, I don't compare myself to anyone. But in like the past, relationship wise, you know, like if you get cheated on,
100%.
Like
That's an interesting
immediately
point.
you go into why.
Yeah.
And then if you ever get to see a picture of her, you go in search of her, and it's that, is she prettier than me? Is her bum bigger? What, you know, what does she do for a living? Or whatever it might be. And
it's just like, no, it's that hole.
It's been,
Nothing else, just the hole.
Why do men do that?
Honestly.
But no, like, I feel like that's the only time, if I'm honest with myself, that's the only time when I've been really hurt by a man doing something, or my ex doing something, where another woman's concerned, and I've compared myself or wanted to know what was the comparison. And then you come to learn that you ain't got nothing on me.
Nothing.
There was
exactly.
you've got nothing on me. It
Yeah.
was never that.
Yeah.
And then when you remember your source and you remember who you are and your uniqueness and stuff,
It's just novelty, and sometimes that it's like comparing yourself to something that's different to you, but actually what you are is amazing.
I feel like I've hated myself recently for actually coming to understand that men can cheat without it being an emotional thing. I used to be on this whole. I used to be on
How
this
can
whole,
you love
how
someone?
could you love me
Yeah.
and do this
They
to
can.
me? And they can.
Yeah,
They
yeah,
can.
yeah,
They
yeah,
can literally
yeah.
do
They
it.
can
But
adore a woman and cheat 100
they
times.
don't know what it does to your self-esteem.
Exactly. And
your
it's not worth
confidence.
it.
And
Yeah,
even
it's
if I
not,
can
yeah.
understand, and I do understand that it was probably just a sex thing for you, it made me compare myself to this other woman, and that shouldn't be that shouldn't be it. That's not your fault. It's just a byproduct, action, reaction, cause and effect. And I would say that's the only time honestly, I compare myself to others. I'm in my own lane.
Did you guys see that interview that Derek Jackson's now ex-wife did? And she said, I knew these women's bodies better than I knew my own.
That was deep.
That was so deep. And then
Yeah.
she went in so deep. And she went in and she was talking about how she would watch their Instagram. She would do her hair. And then she said something about seeing like sex videos. I was thinking,
How did you get hold of
The
that?
iCloud.
Homegirl took that way too far.
Yeah, and she said that she goes, I was doing the same. I would watch them have sex, and then I was trying to do the same
That's too
thing.
much. No,
So he
that's
would
too much.
want me. So
Nah,
he
no,
would.
it's never that deep.
I'm gobsmacked.
That's too much.
Yeah,
That's too
Yeah,
because
it's
much.
never that
in the
deep.
interview, I was just thinking
That's too much.
So it's obviously, I don't know too much. She must have been known for a while, but then just not wanting to leave and stuff.
She must have been quite traumatized.
That's
to be
that
doing
is
to
a
herself.
serious I mean, I think like we said, it's normal for us
Yeah.
women when we go in search, or a man's hurt us in that way and we go in search. But that's wild.
You can give yourself a couple of weeks of that.
You can give yourself a
Yeah.
couple of weeks and
But
beat
then-
yourself up and all of that stuff.
Yeah,
but
and then
after
you move
that,
on.
you move
Yeah.
on. That was way too far. But in terms of comparing, yeah, that's the only time I think I've done it, which I think
it
is pretty normal.
Yeah, it does come down to self-esteem as well. Because if
It
you
does.
value yourself anyway, after them 2-3 weeks, you realize it's really not that
And
deep.
also that comes with age.
Yeah,
The older
definitely.
you get, you value yourself
Yeah.
more, and
Yeah.
you find your worth and
Yeah.
your self-esteem and your
Yeah.
confidence build just
I
naturally.
love myself
Yeah.
more now than I ever have. Sorry to the
100%.
haters.
Yeah.
when I thought,
Sorry to the haters, but I love me.
I love it. Yeah.
when I thought I was the it girl, I really wasn't.
Yeah, and you know
Now
what?
I'm like,
I was going through some stuff with my ex, and I remember when I said to myself, like, my dad won't want this for me. Do you get what I mean? Like, he didn't raise me to tolerate this.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
what?
yeah,
And
yeah.
why don't I value myself to want better for myself? And that switched like instantly.
100%,
Before that, I was like crying, like, oh my god, like, you know.
Yeah.
No.
No. Comparison is the thief of joy. And one thing I will say is when the Bible says, when the time is right, the Lord will make it happen.
Yeah.
Your time is your time. My time is my time.
Yeah.
There's no time. There's no point in me
No
comparing
competition.
myself
Yeah.
to you.
Yeah.
And no, because what's meant for me is meant for me, and what's meant for you is meant for you.
Yeah.
And that's the end.
Yeah.
of that.
And and also in there's that, but also in regards to journeys and where you are in life, don't judge your chapter 1 on someone else's chapter 20.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
What they've come through, where they to even get there.
Yeah.
Even like if you look at the Kardashians, obviously their life is all exposed, and it's like, even with the money, look at how much they're going through. Like Tristan's
Yeah, you
here having a
can't-
child here,
yeah.
and they're publicly being embarrassed. As much as they've got the fame, they're also publicly being embarrassed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, I'm fortunate. At least there's parts of my life that I can keep private.
Yeah.
And no
Private
one
life
has.
is a happy
Yeah.
life, honestly.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
and no money. Like, I don't want the money if that's going to be me constantly having to go through these battles online. Do you get what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I love this quote. That I think it's something like, "There's no woman that I'd rather be," and I wouldn't. I
Yeah.
genuinely
Yeah.
would not swap
Yeah.
places with any woman in the
No.
world. Yeah, you might have a better body or be prettier, younger, have more money, but my life is my experience, and we're all gonna age. We're all gonna get old. Money can come and go. Things can change, but
And just in
I love
relation,
me.
just in relation to what Lydia said about not judging someone on the chapter you walked in on, you don't know what I had to go through to get here.
exactly.
So don't walk in on this chapter and see me
Exactly.
living my life
Yeah.
and think it was all hunky dory because you weren't with me shooting in the gym, hun.
Yeah.
You don't know what I had to do
Yeah.
to get here.
Yeah.
you
So
weren't with me for the bad chapters.
you wouldn't have compared yourself to me when I was in a hostel.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have compared yourself to me when I was working that little part-time job. So the comparison is the thief of joy. I don't advise it.
Yeah, and like my friends have been amazing. Like they've put me through, taken me out of so many different situations. I feel like the fact that I've got genuine friendships, like
Yeah.
sincere, we can't buy that, and I wouldn't have found them anywhere else than my life here.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people having superficial relationships, and it's just like
100%, I hate them.
I'm so grateful for the friends I do have.
Amen.
Honestly, because that's the therapy session.
The
For free, the free ones, yeah.
We don't have time to go over the rest of the questions, but in terms of comparison being useful, I think it is useful.
Yeah.
I think that it can inspire you to a degree. I think it's good to look around you, and we've said about this lids before, the sum of five. I think surround yourself with powerful, inspiring, strong people. Don't look around you and want to be the best in the room. Like I want to be
If
like
you're the best in the room, you're in the wrong room.
Yeah,
Yes,
I want to
exactly.
be the one that can learn from people. I want to
Yeah.
be with the richer people. I want to be the more intelligent people because
Yeah.
I'm learning from
Yeah.
you. I don't want to be better than anyone else. I want to
exactly.
learn from
Yeah.
everyone. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
100%.
don't compare yourself, people.
Don't do it.
Don't do it,
But
honey.
you know what you should do? Click the like, comment, subscribe button.
Subscribe.
That's what you
Definitely
should
subscribe,
do, okay? Don't compare yourself, but please subscribe.
Our engagement's doing really well, guys. Thank you for everyone that's liking, sharing, commenting. We love
appreciate
it.
you.
Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on TikTok. We're now on Spotify as well. We're on Spotify. And yeah, and if you're watching this on YouTube, click the subscribe button. Go on.
And a notification follow button.
Go on, do it.
It's free.
Bye.